Raw. It was a really good show tonight. So if you want to subscribe in this channel and you want to subscribe to, so you get one membership of one description below on my screen below on my description below. So if you in new channels in the top below, you get two separate ways and so much more. So as you're between tonight's Monday Night Raw, so I'll go with 9 without a 9 because the show was alright. Because tonight's Raw, it was a fasted Monday Night Raw. It was a perfect show. So let's go live right here. So speaking of Rhea Ripley, this promo work, she said. So I did up last time and said in absence, Rhea Ripley to undefeated Asuka on Raw in 22nd, and was thinking it prepared for the attack that she in a sky. Just so this was a show at the end of last week. After win Raw, Rhea Ripley took to the squad circle and called out Asuka and Kairi Sane. So it was instead the closer of the sky, he was like mommy in the squad circle. So it was Cody is still heartbroken after the event of a week ago. After when ASK said that this was deposit to a beatdown, she loves to hold friends, said Kobe Royals, to appear on the video screen and also took credit for ASK. So this was assaulted before offering a whole away to the back into the fold and to a policy. So after the former women's world champion walked out on Rhea Ripley, so Jessie was refusing to stand up for herself from behind the heels to attack. And when Rhea Ripley picking up where they left off from past Monday, and ASK was to muscle down to the ring to make it safe, but I found herself on path of the resurfing in of the passing blue mist and was burning her face. And when Asuka is to fired Ripley and Kairi Sane is added in Kairi Sane elbow to collide the assist. Speaking of Rhea Ripley has a bloody media is stolen away from the women's title pistol and to keep her busy for months now. So obviously it breaks it up, so mostly as it saves and keeps her with an event or a while. Also it finds some former Damage Control teammates and it insert the polls to add that masses and that should be connected. And you have a muscle plus and this is where its soul start. To set the soul in that lemony soul by ASK that and there is no trusting the Kobe Royals and allowing her to focus on teaming with Rhea Ripley's path to a combat with them. The person soon has cancelled. This now is a reversal. So And next man got intercard championship. We'll be all online. Match. We got Dominic Mysterio. And we got goes 1-on-1 against Sabani Blue Rusev. So it was the last time it was brought to undefeating City Madonna on Raw 22nd. After with Dominic Mysterio to undefeating, there is a deal Frico to win the AA Mega Championship. AA times WWE was collide on the 12th. So also after a week of endorsing Rusev, Aya is deciding for Intercontinental Championship bout, but Dirty Dominic Mysterio had no choice but to undefeating his gold against Saboni Blue in Monday's opening contest. So this was like he had into the week's landing YouTube in the match, but Mysterio involved Rusev into the deposit of Silence caught him and slammed him into the commentary table and threw to the break. After he exploded to the piece into the champion, he was to quite a bit. This Silver Embraces has this underdog of Mysterio. This was about benefit from a red hot crowd. It was occurring behind him in his pursuit in the squabble top defense against Rusev that cut him down with a muscle kick and threw it a 2 count only wasn't in him. So I wasn't waiting. Dominic Mysterio tossed the IC title at Rusev and wasn't a fake instantly like Eddie Guerrero did such late days. So into but referee Eddie running go it caught him has the official got rid of the gold, but Mysterio caught him and Rusev in it to delight low blow and scored. Set the ball up, pick up to the victory. So anyway, on this match, Dominic Mysterio. After when WWE opponent pulls supposedly trigger on Mysterio has a baby face. Obviously Handshake will have a massive with top star on their hands. It's supposedly misgiving most of his reactions he received for his win here. So I wasn't just was it a fun match. It did not I never said it will, but it puts the champion or has a discoverable wrestler who can carry to probably win on his own. I think it also set Rusev up to continue. He was facing Mysterio, which can make for some fun of TV. So, in next match, got Bayley. Here we go, 1-on-1 against Raquel Rodriguez. Ended up last time in Athens with Bayley to undefeated Roxanne Perez on Raw on 22nd, and Raquel Rodriguez to undefeating La Faque on Raw until September 8th. So I just went to the backstage. It was La Facia. So I just was feed up with Bayley that wasn't as told to her and her and Wesley demand mind games and told the role model that she could not have her back tonight. Agent ends up an idiot when Bailey to struggle early and often against Mikhail, so former tag champions. It was an overwhelming hole with her size and strength. So it was in an attempt to handicap by Bailey onto the floor to prove the scaffold has a heel torn was caught her a front hole into the window to maintain control. As it went to the back from the commercial break of just between the my baby face and paid the homage to the Hardy Boys. As it with a twist of fate on the floor that this was a spangled moment see little a swinging bomb ALA that like the Hardy for a 2 count has seen continued to struggle before police. So also little when Watson Perez to identify her behalf of a kill. This is just risking Bailey eyes to break up a single full and Mikhail followed with a timing bomb for the victory. As the adjuncts in the match, and Perez and lowered on Bailey into live pocket makes it a save. The heels went down. Anderson announced women's Indian College champion into when Bailey followed up and cleared them from the ring. As he stood tall and her on again, off again, the friends to close things out. And the winner of this match, Raquel Rodriguez. So, I think we're just a pre-tape video package told just a story about like Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins along sold history ahead of the match at Crown Soul. It's coming up. Not just 3 more weeks. So this was a part 1. Like Emily's, Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins had this feud. Just like way back in the day. So I just mentioned backstage. It was in Adam Pearce's office. He was the lead to set a walk against Minnesota. And making it every night. We take on Kofi Kingston is a fussel for a little into the show. As it went by to Bailey and Raquel had a soul match that probably will have better, maybe more distinguished. This heat paid up to the hill, so post match continue. So odd, this is that has exciting between the baby face of Wallow and something get rivalries versus Summit Day until it's not over yet. So, in next match got every night. Here we go, 101 against Kofi Kingston. So, that was the last time in Access when every night lost to Say Uso on Raw on 22nd. And Kofi Kingston and Civil Wars. And Grayson Waller lost to the Warriors and finished on Raw on 22nd. Grayson Waller every night remains focused on his pursuit of the World Heavyweight Championship. Tyler Pistol said Megastar was the side track on Monday night, but said the New Day was into a match with a former WWE champion, Kofi Kingston. After when Kingston grinded the open hand and taking the break in sunscreen and days in the part 2, it seems shots from Civil Wars and into every night was in gusty state into a fight long enough to dodge interpret in Parmadize and drop Kirsten from out of nowhere with the opponent force the painful victory. So, in the winner of this match, LA Knight. Yeah. So, this was a massive how much more to interesting this match. As it would have been if Kofi Kingston had a destroyed according left. It was after spending the last 6 months losing a masses. And this was a little more than in wasn't match deciding to get every night a win that in that regard. This it more there was not much to it beyond that. So as it went to the backstage, it was Becky Lynch, so the greatest women's wrestler all time in WWE history, to insult. After of Maxine Dupree started really beat down, was the actor see missing about Easy Lee. Okay, this was interesting. So, speaking of Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes promo, you said, I did up last time and as it meant Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch lost to CM Punk and AC Lee and was supposed to in 20th. Cody Rhodes to only pretty Drew McIntyre is that was supposed to on the 20th. So I just want Henry Sabian Rollins hits it away to discuss his upcoming console since it match against Unexploded Henry Sabian. It was Cody Rhodes on October 11th. I think he took responsibility to set of fans. He was losing Cody Rhodes over him. He was going out to make a nightmare. Anyway, Cody Rhodes counted his force of a dynasty. This cult assisted by reminding him supposedly that interested fans are the only ones with control as opposed to personal wrestling. And just a babyface hinted that it was Paul Heyman has control of Rollins. Just heel turn passes to wrist. And you may say Rollins in showing that it was assist Rollins through him. And Cody Rhodes we forced of WrestleMania 40 and how Rollins extended his hand to him, how he got a deal with friends to make it reveal that Cody Rhodes was a means to end at in that console. He finally to beat him. Okay. After when Cody Rhodes and Rollins continue to have great chemistry at last on the mic, they possibly to encounter have been causing in deals isn't no reason to believe that other type will not continue at command to me of this promo. And Rollins goes just into this other person was what it needed to be at Cody Rhodes play off of it will. As it went backstage, it was Rhea Ripley to take on in the sky. And he revealed that she went to the Rock against Menzel and had a match between them and the Cody Royals made for a crown soul. So here's the main event for tonight. No. Hold on. Speaking of that, so we got AJ Styles and Dragon Lee we take on Los Macarios. It wasn't last time AJ Styles dramatically lost to Dominic Mysterio in a funny cameo, while on August 11th, a loss of cameos had not teamed together in this from yet. Dragon Lee discussed his upcoming AAA Grand Championship match against Dominic Mysterio, while AJ Styles hype his claims about against John Cena to promising to do his favorite thing on October 11th. He said, "Be up John Cena." I didn't remember last time since like 2016, over and over in 2 years. I still remember that. I still remember this man since I watched that like back in 2016 again. Like regardless of Carl Anderson, 2 years. So Emma Los Macarios made their first ring debut has I can't remember the 2 names. So it's called All 8 White, All is Bill, and Bottle set of Formula 1 and Dragon Lee in the tag team matches. So those 2 names, that's real names. Seth saying, Anderson adheres to 12 the answers throughout the break. It wasn't instructing Dragon Lee into a hot tag to Styles, and was sparking for a late babyface comeback. AJ Styles set up for the Formula 1 full-on by E. a grand cameo to testify on behalf of his teammates and put him back to save the apron the babyface be out the lead of listeners in his trademark springboard finisher and put Bravo away with the Styles class. Anyway, on this match, AJ Styles and Dragon Lee. And it is saying that AJ Styles needs to match with John Cena for last time to evolve to undefeated here, because what if that contest was not on set the books? It was very likely to he loses here to put also a new acting was at the match was fine, but too much of it took place during the commercial break to really hit home like the every night match audio. It was a scheduled announcement match. So I'm not done yet, guys. So give me 1 minute. Let me find it here. I don't know where I'm at. Okay, we did that. Okay, hold on, give me 1 minute. So, here's what's the main event for tonight's. So we have a trio tag team match. So Usos, we take on the Forces, Braun Breaker, and Boston Reed. After wins the Usos, big surprise Boston Reed and Braun Breaker with a dive. After their entrance, Sammy Uso as they take turns and going on Boston Reed and Braun Breaker and Boston Reed in of an oversight. The constant state and Sammy lands disjointed head attacks when Boston Reed is sent also the top. The Sammy and Reed fight outside, set the ring back into the ring, and Bonbaker once overstayed. And Boston Reed holds Sammy also in place when a Bonbaker dive. Say also breaks it up, where he just kicked to Bonbaker's head, and Boston Reed cuts Say dive off and toss him into the ring steps. After when Boston Reed sets Sammy up, Frank says Ed's on the commentary desk, and Sammy escapes and tosses Boston Reed off the desk, and Sammy turns around, and Bonbaker leaps off the timekeeper idiot and clotheslines, and Bonbaker through the commentary desk. As the agents celebrate, they also sends Bonbaker flying with a Samoan drop, says Ed's by Boston Reed, and Bonbaker's bill say in Baker stacks Sammy and say has Boston Reed goes up and top. Into when Roman Reigns music hits, Roman Reigns walk down the ramp with a hero's grab a seal, and Boston Reed eats the seal. Reigns beats Boston Reed into the crowd with the seal. Bonbaker twists a sneak attack but gets hit reported with the seal. Agent Civic kick and spirit from the Usos, Sammy say, and a double Usos splash on Bonbaker for the win. So, after the match when Roman Reigns balls back into the ring, it goes on Bonbaker with the seal. I just say Travis Steve never forgets, and we are so back. I think this was a good match to tag and intended to be hard to follow with so much as is happening at once, and this one was put together point of all of the asses brain and constrained to set the same area with making it somewhat easier to follow what's happening. So Usos need this win and takes nudging from Bonbaker and Boston Reed, and to lose in this type of match, spoken with Roman Reigns making an appearance tonight. So this was really good of tonight's show. So I was of tonight's show. It wasn't a few promotion Smith, but so in the main absence and both along in this what it means long promo Smith feel somewhat flat with a guide to interesting and versus Sues and Rollins and Cody Rhodes both running for what seemed like an between match of the night. It wasn't the main event, was exposing how to book a triple attack match to compete with a Roman Reigns return. Can't beat that. So what do you think or do you think happens next? Let us know in the comments below. On my live super set below. What do you guys think of tonight's Raw? So let's go to between my YouTube community poll for the night. So if you like Raw tonight, this it was an amazing show. So we got 6% liked it, 6% is alright, and 6% didn't like it. So let's my X poll. So we got 100% like this show tonight on Raw. Super said it's alright. The Super said didn't like it. Let me see to follow my notes. So, starting next week, we have 3 more matches. No, 2 more matches is announced next week, including CM Punk. Starting next week, same time, and always. I think so. Oh, it's more to announce that. So, speaking of legendaries, a rivalries class wins the Hardy Boys to undefeating TNA World Tag Team Series against Team Sweetie in a tables match at TNA Bound for Glory on Sunday, October 12th. Centered in live on TNA. So this is my dream match right there. One final tables match. Oh man, this is gonna be a good dream match too. Just like late. So Bubba Ray has a good baby face. He was I saw him last Sunday with Bubba Ray. Every Sundays, like Listen for some grapes. He was a good talented wrestler. He is. I just like that character of Bubba Ray's book. I like that. So, speaking of October 11th, is starting next month. So I had it supposed to announce that NXT and TNA will be coming down on October the 7th. The story begins starting next month. Starting on this Tuesday. So I've been watching this video package of Eva Queen Miniso from last Saturday. So Eva has to special announce that we were going to have the one team for men's and women's. We take on Eva and Satino Mamata and Eva talk with one team wins. We have TNA here and NXT right there. Has each teams starting on October 7th. Oh man, I can't wait for this Saturday series. So, it's going to be NXT Live is heading to the road and coming to the video on October 9th. And get your tickets now. Starting at $30 for the tickets. So, I can't wait for that. I'm ready. So, speaking of that, I think, we haven't heard from Bad Bunny since like, he has announced. So, Bad Bunny is a Super Bowl LX halftime performance he announced on social media today. He just announced it today. So, at the end of tonight, speaking of Austin Creed, he was tweeting out 3 hours ago. So, after tonight, Reservoir won't be showing us concerning that from last week when Penta has answered him. So, I don't have that in mind tonight on the wall. So, in myself would be making sort of that. I don't have to make this right. So here's right by that. Okay, this is strange. So let me say also plays a music like Dragon Sauce music. Okay, that was strange. So I remember also the acts like Dragon Sauce is something I didn't know I needed this. So I remember Dragon Sauce, man, I love that song. It was so amazing. So I think last time I watched that show, I like to watch. I've been growing up watching Dragon Sauce. This is my favorite part of this show. So I get up tonight to announce. So Alan Pierce made the reversal tonight. We have the big news announcement. So AS Guy will team up with Ray Ripley. We take on the Kobe Royals until I tell announce. So this was amazing of this. So 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 if you don't have things you might have missed on Raw tonight, so it's the imaging result. My review is right here below on my Raw. Every 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 Mondays, it reviews, and you don't have missed. So it's making sure. Um, Speaking of Democratic paves and footballs with some powerful, I think I like Democratic paves. He's my two legends of all time. So he's been a Hall of Fame before sustained. So let me see here. So let me take in a quick minute, guys. Give me 1 second. Um, so let me see here. Always more to announce that. So, Andy Hot Wheel has a match against NT8 Knockout Champion and Quaddy Sorlin. We take it on against Indy Hot Wheel into a double a 12. Can't wait for that match. Probably I think. Um, oh yeah, Corey Hayes been tweeting this out about 1 hour ago. So it might look like Dakota Kai. And we haven't seen her since has been released. So it does not make any sense to bring her to release her. right? So here's the episode in this Maps has to announce on this show tonight. This is announced tonight's Raw. So I'm going to watch on ESPN on Disney Plus. I'm going to watch it. So this is going to be good. Including of David has reported to the people in another phone said NXT we take it on TNA so bring name enforces on October 7th. The Tom and enforces on such a sensitive day in ways it just questions about who is organized is responsible for this. So you might have this update on here. So I think so let me see. Here's basketball side. So I'm listening about basketball some work. Something like working with NXT Masters sometime, I think. So it might be good, I think. Maybe. Here's Izzy Dawkins. So here's Izzy Dawkins right here. He's a big fan of, I'd say, David Bongo's fan, I think. So I just in the past with a couple of things here, I think. Let me see. A couple of things. Let me see. I see that commissioner up say also with welcome to Slam Heat. Oh, I didn't remember this. So was it expensive for your package for Cody Rhodes and was it Seth Rollins? I wasn't looking at deal from 2022. So it's like past year. So that's crazy, I think. So we have 4 matches into October 11th. So I'm going to pick on this in a minute. So I think argument can be saying still kiss for a sky, but you chose her to go away. So I don't blame her. So I had that pistol of a sky pistol. I think. So let me see. I had that thing here, I think. I had that picture of in the sky, I think. So this was reviews of this pistol, like in the sky, Kylie Singh and Oscar, I think. So let me to open this up a quick minute. Here, I'm gonna show you guys this. So this was reviews this AS. So I think we're just made of like this is AS guy has Kylie Singh here and there's Oscar right here. So this is best friends apart this story about this. I don't know what's going to happen, I think. So new scene is a blue mist when Oscar did to her. That's crazy. Really insane. So I knew it last time when I saw that. Let me see. So that's insane to me, this guy. Oh, I didn't remember that day. When he ordered in asking affairs where so was all so he could leave, will always be courteous. I didn't remember that. So before, so it's like to sit past a year. So Roman Reigns has returned. So this is the same year has so a year's come. Oh, so I didn't make sense after WrestleMania 42. So do you think CM Punk could face Roman Reigns next year maybe? WrestleMania 42? I was supposed to do when I remember this part. Something like that, I think. After went a gorilla. Let me see here. Well, and Dominic Mysterio. So, I'm just speaking of Dominic Mysterio with a beautiful to pay tribute to his real dad, Eddie Guerrero. He does. So, speaking of that, to the years, like, so this was turned out that referee is a Eddie Guerrero fan and has seen all of this, his passes. I do remember that for last time. I remember. So this was like followed like a son. And Dominic paid tribute to Eddie with Paul Moses. He has a Eddie Guerrero's legacy will never not hit, so it feels like. So, dang, I've been saying Weird Dad is crazy. After a Godfather, it's a Godfather. Eddie Guerrero is Dominic Mysterio. Godfather how many times do I have to keep saying it? I think Mysterio is Dominic Mysterio's father, and it's going to end up this story. I could stop talking about this for a year and a half. Just like when when Ingrail did just a years. Like way back, so I've been watching WCW, like Ingrail versus Rey Mysterio to that years. I just sit away so referees says don't like you mean I saw you great stuff. I was also paid a tribute to Ric Flair with that middle kick. This was a 20-year plus and knows how to. So I can write to certain million parts. So I just like that Wilson is buried him, I think. So why is Dominic Mysterio going to put the pop when he is such a hair tone? So he might be just like Eddie Guerrero on just part just came to look. So after every single match, but somehow to independent this time. So this was a beautiful pay tribute to Eddie Guerrero and what a deposit exclusive is still to the name of Eddie Guerrero. So I like Eddie Guerrero. He's my favorite wrestler of all time. So who's who's the weird dad? I think it Rey Mysterio or Eddie Guerrero. I do remember that match. I do remember that since when I just watched. Speaking of that, I do remember this thing when I start watching this. So I guess it was a past, I say, oh, what's the name of that? You. I do remember that thing before. Let me see. I do remember that match before. Probably on SmackDown side. I don't know about you. Hold on. How many years? So, I went Eagle Rey Mysterio have a headache certificate registered in personal wrestling with begins in the late 1980s. So for met in since like 1997 during the feud in WCW in Invisible Mask at Halloween Havoc. Yeah, I do remember that. I mean, I didn't just rivalry and they were a part of for a while, but my team was like to the years since like 2005 into to work again until Gabriel Thomas passing away in 2005 at the age of 38. So it's been a long time since then. Has 30 years back. So it might be WrestleMania 21. Yeah, I do remember since like WrestleMania 21. I've seen that part of that on Peacock. I watched that before. I've seen it like on Classic WrestleMania 21. I think 2 years. It's been a long time since then. So speaking of that, after Dominic Mysterio had turned Trish to keep the men's Intercontinental title in his hands on the Raw. So I do remember when he was on his age. I don't know what year of Dominic Mysterio's his part said the age. I don't remember that day before. You know, just a little kid of like Dominic Mysterio's age. Do you guys remember that? I think in his long time, his who's a weird dad is. I think. So let me know live service at comment below what you guys think. I do remember since like what's the new 21. It's been about a long time. So that means he has a kid. I don't know what years that man has an AIDS a kid. So I say 1997. I think he was introduced to the wrestling world at a young age through the storyline involving his father, Rey Mysterio. I don't remember that. I think. I don't remember. I remember this. I think. A gorilla. So let me see here, guys. Let me see. I don't remember that since then. I think. So I don't remember Dominic Mysterio is not the son of a Grails, and he is the real son. It might probably of Rey Mysterio. And he did a story and was something that A. Grail was Dominic's father, but this is not true. Instead, like Rey Mysterio took Dominic and his own son, and this part of the storyline has been a significant part of daily history. So it's been a long time since then. After we're done with Mysterio, Tom Rey Mysterio, he's my part of Eddie Guerrero's chemical has the body side, I think. But he is. So I might be begins during 2005. So I do remember since then when I watched that. So yeah, I do remember the last time I've seen that before. Just like 2005, WWE storyline between Eddie Guerrero and Ray, who will battle for the custody of Dominic Mysterio. So it's been about a year or two. So let me just up a quick minute. So Dominic Mysterio has been a younger Dominic for the years past. So I do mean I do remember this part, but so right here has and this is Eddie Guerrero. Listen, he has passed away since late 2005. Our stories. I seen that part of the story about Eddie Guerrero when I watched that part of it. Like I say, the dark side of the ring. I seen that part of it, I think. I just didn't make this for a long time. So that's so crazy. This in the past year or so. So it's been a long time. So thank you for watching on tonight's Monday Night Raw. Tonight. And we might see you guys live on this Wednesday on AEW Dynamite is so much more. Oh, it's more about Dominic. Speaking of Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio, they give us a tour of Dominic's room on Rey Mysterio 619 DVD from late 2003. And that's been a long time. I had that DVD. I think I had that or not. So have a great Monday. Have a rest of the week. We may do it live on Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. So have a great Monday. Have a rest of the night. And I think at this time, I might be back right here on this Wednesday. Is so much more. So one sticker, Occupied, Spotify, podcast, anything is so much more. So have a great Monday. Have a great night. I think this time we'll see you guys on Wednesday on AEW Dynamite. I think this time. Have a great night, you guys. Peace.